Hello, thanks for joining in. We will start very soon. Today we're doing P6 math, okay? We'll wait a few more minutes for more of you to join in first. Today nobody commented yet. But Yin Zhang, I saw you shared the live. Thanks for the support. Tomato Prego, hello. Your username is not very familiar. I don't think I've seen you before in our live. Hi Yin Zhang. Hi Christine. Okay, so by the way, I'm not sure whether the other subject tutors got mentioned or not, but for our TikTok live, we will be changing our schedule very soon. Okay, so from March onwards, our TikTok live will be on Wednesdays and Thursdays only. Okay, so for primary math, if you're interested in our P5 and P6 math TikTok live, it will always be on a Wednesday, but it will be every 2 weeks. Okay, so it will no longer be weekly, starting from March. Squid Game fan, how come you ask me about science question? Oh, okay, you're asking for science really have digestive system covered in the life, is it? That one you will have to check with our science tutor. Yeah. Hi WL, good to see you again. Hello Yembun. Yes, WL, you joined in a little bit later today, so there was already a few comments just now. Okay, so all of you prepare your worksheet. We're gonna start. Let me hide the sticker first, okay? Okay, so we're still doing semester 1 practice. Today we're doing for P6 math. Hello. I don't know how to read your username. FR, then you got a lot of R, then run. Your test is over already? Oh, okay. Royce? No, there's no Kahoot today. Yeah. Okay, shall we look at the first question? First question is on ratio. Can you guys try the question? Yes, Yenbun, you notice that some of our friends over here, they also joining the other subjects TikTok live, right? That means they're very hardworking. Very good. Teddy, yes, if you need to use the restroom, you can do so. Don't need to ask me, it's okay. Christine, for ratio, it's like fraction. You need to simplify. Oh, is it WL? The screen is much smaller, is it? Oh, okay. User 745, no, there's no Kahoot today. Tomato Prego, I think you got to try again. Read the question carefully, please. Everyone else, please also send in your answers, okay? Oh, okay, WL. I didn't know they changed it. Let me try to see it from my screen actually. Is it much smaller? But on my screen it looks okay though, the size. It looks the same as usual. Yeah. Okay, Marian, Amoy, Rolex Man. Gotta try again. Okay, let's go through this. I'm not sure how come so many of you are saying number 4 is the answer. Let's take a look. So Kyla had 32 ribbons, Jane had 18. Find the ratio of Kyla's ribbons to their total. Okay, so they're asking for total, right? You need to calculate the total, which is 32 plus 18. So that will give you 50. Yeah, so some of you put the ratio of Kyla to Jane, but they're not asking for Jane, they're asking for the total. So now I'm going to put it as a ratio, Kyla to the total. Kyla is 32, and then the total is 50. Then you got to simplify this, right? Yeah, okay, Skibidi, yes, you're correct. So simplify by dividing by 2. You should get 16 to 25. So this one should be option 2 as the answer, okay? Yep, so make sure you read the question carefully. Yembun, I said Skibidi because it's one of your friend's username. Yeah, I'm not saying it for fun. It's because it's his or her username. Okay, so that's for question 1. Let's look at the second one, second question. Oh, okay. Skibidi, your friend changed your username, is it? Oh, okay. You can change back if you don't like it. Okay, you're so funny. Okay, try question 2, everybody. This question is on area and perimeter. Okay, Rolex Man, I think you gotta try again for question 2. Hmm. Okay, those of you who say that question 1 is the answer, are you sure? Are you sure question 1 is the answer? Read carefully, what are they asking for? They're asking for the area, right? Yeah, area. Those of you who find perimeter, that's then it's not correct already. Yeah. Read wrongly, is it? Okay. Okay, so I'm seeing quite a few correct answers. Yeah, let's go through this. So the figure here is made up of some identical squares. The length of each square is 6 cm. So what is the area of the figure? I'm going to find the area of one square first. Okay, so what's the formula for area of a square? It is length times length. So that will be 6 times 6, which is 36. Now, however, this figure is made up of quite a lot of squares, right? So you need to count how many squares there are. I'm going to count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 12 squares. Now we find 12 squares. Yeah, okay, so FRUN, yes, correct, there's 12 squares. I still don't know how to pronounce the username. Okay, so 12 squares will be 36 times 12. So once you calculate this, you should get 432. Yes, Kaden. That's correct. WL, that's correct. Yembun also. Okay, so this is option 3 as your answer. Yeah, Yanzhang correct. Mango correct. So make sure to read the question carefully. Those of you who found the perimeter just now, then I think you will have gotten option 1, right? Very, you got correct. That's great. Hi, Vicky. I remember you from a few weeks ago. Everybody okay with question 1? Sorry, question 2? Okay, good. Let's move on. Okay, question 3. You guys can try this? No, Yembun, I remember you also. You're here every week. Okay. Oh, Vicky, your WA is on Monday. Okay, good luck for that. Hopefully today's live will help you revise a bit. Okay, Rolex Man, let me see. I think you gotta try again, for this question. Okay, so many of you having WA next week, is it? Good luck, okay, all of you. This question is a bit tricky, so please try it carefully. And those of you who have the answer, send it in the chat. Mayuan, can you try again for this question? User 745, try again as well. This question I realized not many of you send me answers. Some of you still calculating, is it? Okay, so I'm starting to see you guys are sending in the same answer. Okay, yep, I think I can go through this. Okay, so Farah had some beads. 2/5 of them were red and the rest were blue. She used half of the red beads and 15% of the blue beads. What percentage of her beads were left? So for this question, they want to focus on percentage, right? So I'm going to change the fraction into percentage. So this 2/5, I will change it into 4 over 10, which is equals to 40 over 100, which is equals to 40%. So this means that red is 40%. So how many percent will blue be? If red is 40%, blue will be how many percent? Let me know in the chat. Blue would be 60%. Yes, thank you, Kiko. 60%. Okay, now let's take a look at what she used for the red ones. So red is 40%, right? And then she used half of it. So you just need to divide by 2. Half means you can simply divide by 2. So that means that she used 20% for the red. Next, let's find out what she used for the blue. Okay, now she didn't use 15%. She used 15% of the blue beads. So when you see of, the keyword of means multiply. And you know that your blue beads is 60%. So 15% of blue means 15% times 60%. So this is the tricky part. 15% I would write it as a fraction, then I multiply the 60%. So you calculate it, you will get 9%. Okay, so she used 9% for the blue. Then your last step is to find what is left. Remember that for percentage, you got to start off with 100%. So at first she has 100%, then you minus the 20% that she used for the red, and you also minus 9% that she used for the blue. So in the end, she has 71% left. This is option 4. Yes, Vicky, your workings are correct. Okay, so quite a lot of you did get option 4 in the end. That's good. It's correct. Anybody needs to copy this question? Or is everybody all right? Okay, I'm going to scroll on. We're done with our MCQs. So now we are going to start our short answer questions. So you guys can try this first. This one is testing you on fractions. Try it and then you can send your answer in the chat. Oh, okay, Marian, you need question 3, is it? Yeah, you can copy it. Oh, okay, Vicky and Rolex Man, you guys have the same answer and also you solve it very fast. Good job. Okay, Yan Zhang, yes, you have the same answer as the rest of them. WL also, good. Mei Yuan, you were copying question 3, right? Can I scroll down already, Mei Yuan? Are you done copying? You're done. Okay. Alright, Varick, yes, you have the same answer as the rest. Okay, let's go through this. I think you guys are mostly done, right? Oh, Skibidi, is your denominator a typo? It's a typo, right? Oh, okay. Alright, so the length of a string is 3 hole 1/4 meter. Mrs. Bo cut the string into 2 pieces. So the shorter string is 5/6 meters. You are asked to find the longer string. So 3 hole 1/4 is the total. So I'm going to use the total minus the shorter string, then I can find the longer string. So when you want to minus this, what is the first thing that you should do? What do you guys think? When you want to minus this, what should you do first? The first thing you should do is to change to mixed number. Oh, but isn't it already a mixed number? Vicky says make it into fraction. Or do you mean improper fraction? Okay, let me see. Oh, Henry and Yenbun says make the denominator the same. Okay, yes, that is what I would do as well. I will make the denominator the same first. So look at your denominator, 4 and 6. So your lowest common multiple is 12. That means that I'm going to change the denominator to 12 by multiplying like this. So once you change the denominator to the same, then you can start to minus. Now, however, you notice that 3/12 cannot minus 10/12, right? So you need to do something. What do you need to do now? Starts with R. What do you need to do now before you can minus? Anyone knows? FRUN. Okay, you cannot use calculator. This is section B. Cannot use calculator. Okay, so what you need to do now is regroup. Okay, so how do you do regrouping? You take away one whole. So from 3 whole, it becomes 2 whole. Then the one whole that you take away, you change it to 12 over 12. So 12 over 12, you will add it to 3 over 12. You'll get 15 over 12. So this is how you regroup the mixed number. Okay, so after you regroup, then you can minus. So now you can use 15 over 12 minus 10 over 12. So that will give you the final answer, 2 whole 5 over 12. Okay, so Vicky, you wanted to change it to an improper fraction first, right? Yes, you can do that as well. Then your final answer, you change it back into a mixed number. That's also okay. Both methods are accepted. Yeah. Yeah. So some of you might have used Vicky's method, which is you change it to improper fraction. That is okay. So up to you which one you prefer. Okay. So Frun, okay, I hope I pronounced that correctly. You got your first correct answer. Okay, good job. Our user 745, you're called Mika. I will try to remember that. Okay, because you are here every week also. I will try to remember. Alright, so let's move on. Hopefully nobody is still copying. Okay, next page. Okay, so question 5 is fairly simple. Can you guys try it? Okay, Rolex man, can you try again for question 5? Varick, can you try again as well? Varick, you gotta try again. Okay, so Mika and Royce has the same answer. So the rest of you, let me wait for you to send in your answers. Okay, Yin Zhang, you have the same answer as Royce. Varick, Varick got to try again, Okay, Skibidi, you have the same answer as some of them. Okay, Varick, that was a typo, is it? I see, okay. Okay, so it seems like now most of you are sending in the same number, the same answer. Yeah, so I think I can go through already. Okay, so this question says that 5 over 6 of a number is 180. Find this number. So how do you interpret this? You can interpret it as, okay, you read the numerator first. You interpret it as 5 units of a number is 180. So they are saying that 180 represents 5 units. Then the denominator, which is 6, is the total. So 6 units is this number. You are supposed to find 6 units, which represents this number. Okay, so if you know that 5 units equals to 180, you can find 1 unit first by dividing by 5. So 1 unit is 36. Then you know that this number is 6 units. So you find 6 units by multiplying by 6. So that's how you get the answer 216, which quite a few of you got correct. Yes, WL, that's correct. YZLX, yes, correct as well. Okay, so those of you who got correct, good job. Oh, okay. Oh, Skibidi, you got it correct. Okay, good job. Hey guys, what's happening in the chat? Everybody be nice, okay? I don't know what's going on, but focus on the questions, okay? Yeah, Yembun, yes. Hey, don't argue, okay, everybody? We're a peaceful community here. Okay, let me scroll down and then we can look at the next one. So for question 6, can you guys try it out first? It's another percentage question. Okay, Yan Zhang, you're going for your A grader lesson, is it? Okay, bye-bye. I'll see you next time. Royce, can you try again for this question? Okay, Vicky, try again also. You have the same answer as Royce, Vicky. Can you try again? Okay, so I will maybe wait another 30 seconds for you guys to send in the answer, okay? Those of you who are still trying, wait 30 seconds for you to send in your answer. Oh, Foxy, when did you join in? Skibidi, how come you're sending me so many different numbers? Which one is your answer? Okay, WL, can you try again for this question? Oh, I see. You guys are counting down, is it? Oh, okay. I thought you're sending me the answer. I thought how come you send me so many answers? Okay, so looking at your answers in the chat, I think I can go through already. So Holly had some marbles. She gave 10 marbles to Kate. She had 40 marbles left. So what percentage of her marbles did she give away? Yeah, so for this question, the formula is the marbles that she gave away, that's your numerator. Your denominator should be the original number of marbles. Okay, after that, you times 100%. So now you can fill in the numbers over here. So how many marbles did she give away? She just gave away 10. So 10 is your numerator. But for your denominator, you don't know what the original number of marbles is, right? You need to calculate that. So what do you guys think the original marble she had was? Okay, so Vicky and Skibidi says 50. That's correct. Because she gave away 10 and she had 40 left. So this means that at first she must have 50. Before she gave it away, she had 50. So now you can just calculate this. 10 over 50 times 100%. So this will give you 20% as the answer. Yeah, those of you who got 20% is correct. Yeah, Mika, you got it correct. Yes, hi Jason. Yep. Oh, I think this is our last section B question, right? After that, we have our problem sums already. We have quite a few problem sums today. So maybe we do one of the problem sum, then we have break time. Okay? Let's do one problem sum first. Question 7. No, today no Kahoot, very yeah, no Kahoot. Those of you who did the worksheet beforehand, what's the answer for question 7? Let me know in the chat before I go through. Some of you did the worksheet beforehand, right? Like you're not calculating on the spot. What do you get for your answer? Lovely girl, you want to do percentage, is it? We already did a question on percentage just now. Yeah. Hmm. I feel like so far I'm not seeing the right answer yet, eh? Lovely girl, we cannot just randomly do more percentage questions because the worksheet is already fixed for this week. Yep. Okay, but I mean in following weeks we will have more questions on percentage if you are keen. Huh, okay. Seems like this question is tough for you guys. I don't really see the right answer yet. Okay, let's go through this, huh? So, 10 years ago, Marianne was 1/4 the age of her mother. So now, okay, or this year, the ratio of Marianne's age to her mother's age is 11 to 29. So how old is Marianne now? So for questions that talk about age, right? For age questions, you use the concept of difference unchanged. Okay, so I hope your schools did teach you this, because the difference between two person will never change, right? So if your mother is, for example, 30 years older than you, she will forever be 30 years older than you. Okay, so that's why the difference between two of you is always the same. So I'm going to write out the ratio first. So 10 years ago, Marianne to her mom's ratio is 1 to 4. Because Marianne is 1 unit and then her mother is 4 units, so the ratio is 1 to 4. Okay, now what about now? So the ratio for now is 11 to 29. And this question is called, the concept is difference unchanged, right? So you need to add in one more column for the difference. Okay, difference. And the keyword difference means minus. So you are going to use 4 minus 1. Their difference was 3. And then same thing, you're going to use 29 minus 11. So the difference is 18. Okay, so Mika says that the difference must be the same. Yes, Mika, you're right. So you look at the difference, it must be the same number. So how do you make them the same? You need to multiply for one of the ratios, right? How do you make it the same? Okay, so Slate says times 6. Very good. You times 6 to the first ratio. So you will get 6 to 24 to 18. So now your difference is the same. So that's why this concept is called difference unchanged, because your difference must be the same. Okay? Now, once you have this, then you can check. So Marianne was 6 units last time, and then Marianne is 11 units now. So from 6 units to 11 units, that is plus 5 units. So how come Marianne plus 5 units? Because she has grown older by 10 years when we compare these two ratios. Okay, so this means that 5 units equals to the 10 years. So from here, you can find 1 unit, right? 1 unit will be 2. And then the last step is, how old is Marianne now? So you look at the now ratio, Marianne is 11 units now. So 11 units will be equals to 22. The answer is 22. Okay, so those of you who managed to get 22, that's correct. Oh, Yenbun, you got 22, is it? Ah, okay, yeah, then it's correct. 22. So take note, whenever the question talks about age, you use this concept called difference unchanged. And this is a very commonly tested question. Okay, so make sure you know how to do such questions. Okay, so it's 7:33. Let's have our break time. Those of you who need to use the restroom, you can do so. We will start again in a few minutes and we will finish up our problem sums. Yes, Vicky, how come you keep commenting that? I do not know what is the saddest song in the world. I don't know. Oh, okay, Varied, your math teacher said your school's WA1, is it? Oh, okay. Okay, Clara, do P5 learn ratio? No. This year P5, if you are P5 this year, you will not learn ratio because MOE changed the syllabus, right? So now you no longer learn ratio in P5. Okay, because this year P5 had a change in syllabus. Clara, yes, this is P6. Yeah, today's worksheet is P6. So that's why we are doing ratio question. Because if you're P6, you should know how to do ratio questions. Ask KBD, your junior textbook still have ratio? Maybe it's not the updated one. The latest textbook doesn't have left. Yeah. Vicky, you learn ratio in P4. Are you sure? I'm quite sure they don't teach ratio in the P4 textbooks. Yeah. I mean, unless you learn it outside of school, maybe your personal tutor teach you or something like that. I don't know. Your mother taught you. I see. WL, you learn ratio in P5. That's likely because you're P6 this year, right? If you are P6 this year, you would have learned ratio when you were in P5 last year. Clara, is ratio difficult? It can be. Yeah. It can be difficult if it's a problem sum. Ask KBD, why must they make us learn ratio last year when we can learn it this year? You have to ask MOE that question. Yeah. Right. So the MOE teachers they decide on what the changes are to the syllabus. Mika, does that mean that the P5 this year does not need to do ratio? Yes, you are right. P5 this year do not learn ratio. All right. So shall we start going through our problem sums again? Okay, let's continue, okay? So question 8, Jill and Mabel had a total of $600. Jill spent $185 and she saved the rest. Mabel spent 3/4 of her money and she saved the remaining amount. Both of them saved the same amount of money. So how much money did Mabel save? That's for part A. Okay, so for this question, I will prefer to use model. So I will draw a model for you guys, okay? Jane and Mabel. Okay, but before that, those of you who have tried the questions, what's your answer for this? Let me know in the chat. What do you guys get for question 8, part A? Oh, okay. It's your cat lover. Are you sure that you divide by $600 straight away? Are you sure? Ah, okay. Scroll down a bit, is it? All right. Anybody managed to solve it? What's the answer for this? Okay. So somebody said 415 divided by 5. Okay, but how do you get 415? Okay, so I'll show you using a model. I will look at Mabel's model first, okay? So Mabel spent 3/4 of her money, right? So this means that she spent 3 units and then 4 units, which is the denominator, is her total. So I'm just going to draw 4 units for Mabel first. And then out of these 4 units, you can label 3 units as what she spent and then 1 unit as what she saved. So the question also told you that they saved the same amount of money, right? So that means that Jill also saved 1 unit. You also draw 1 box for Jill. That is what she saved. Then you can add on what Jill spent. Okay, so you can just estimate 185 for Jill. That's what she spent. And their total is 600. So based on this model, you are going to find 5 units. Okay, so where are the 5 units? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so the yellow color one that I highlighted, that's where your 5 units are. You can find those 5 units by using 600 minus 185. So that's how you get 415. So then after that, you can find 1 unit by dividing by 5. So you will get 83, which is the answer for part A. Okay, because for part A, they ask you how much did Mabel save, right? So Mabel saved exactly 1 unit, so 1 unit is the answer. Okay, and please remember to put dollar sign because this is your section C, right? You need to put units. It's your cat lover. No, today there's no Kahoot. Yeah. Okay, so now you can do part B. What fraction of their total money at first did Mabel spend? Leave your fraction in the simplest form. Okay, so whatever Mabel spent will be the numerator, and then the denominator will be their total amount of money. So if you look at the model, you know that Mabel spent 3 units. Okay, so I'm going to find 3 units first. 3 units will be 83 times 3, which is 249. Okay, so that's what Mabel spent. So 249 over 600, that is your fraction. And then you got to check whether you can simplify this, okay? Kiko, for this question, they want it as a fraction, not percentage. So what do you guys think? Can this be simplified further? What are your final answers? WL, yes, you have calculator, right? Then you can use the calculator to check for me. Do you think this can be simplified further? What's the simplest form if it can be simplified? Your calculator should be able to do for you actually. Okay. So Wong's say divide by 3. Okay, divide by 3. So after I divide by 3, I will get 83 over 200. Can it be divided further? Or is this the simplest form? Okay, so yes, this is your simplest form, 83 over 200. So that's your answer. Yeah, Foxy, this is already the simplest form. Okay, good. Anybody needs to copy this? Or can I move on? Oh, Skibidi, you got correct. Okay, good job. Oh, you got correct. I probably missed out your message. Vicky got correct also. Okay. Okay, Wong, you got metal mark. That's not too bad also. That's better than nothing. Okay, next question. There were 380 visitors at the fun fair. One fifth of the visitors were male, one quarter were female, and the rest were children. So how many children were there? Let me see your answers for part A first. Part A. What are your answers? Don't scroll so high. Okay, okay. I scroll down a bit. Marian, you sent in the answer so fast. I think you did the question beforehand, right? Vicky, I already scroll a bit. Can you see the question now? Okay, so Helena, Kiko, and Marian, three of you have the same answer. Oh, okay. Huh? You guys still can't see the question, is it? Oh, I need to scroll so much. WL, can you see now? Can see? Okay, good. Okay, because got the follow bar. I see. Oh, okay. It's because of TikTok's promo banners. Oh, okay. Okay, so I think I see a lot of you got the correct answer. I'm going to go through this, okay? So firstly, I'm going to find the fraction that represents the children. So for fraction, you always start off with one whole. So I will use one whole. I minus the male minus the female. So you can use calculator for this. You will get 11 over 20. So 11 over 20 is the fraction that represents the children. Okay, so then after that, you just need to use this fraction. Then you times the total number of visitors, which again, you can use your calculator for this. So you will get 209 as the answer. Yeah, 209, which a lot of you got correct just now. Okay, Wongs, you say that children also male and female. Yeah, actually you're right, huh? Okay, so actually this one, I think maybe the phrasing is probably better if you change it to like men and women. Okay, I think it's better. Yeah, yeah, you're right. I think the definition can be a bit clearer. Yeah, you're right. Marian, you use another method, is it? That's okay as long as you get the correct answer. There's more than one possible um way you can solve the question. Okay, so let's do part B. Okay, so this one I changed to men, okay? So for part B, they say that 25% of the men left the fun fair early, while the rest of the visitors remain. So how many visitors remain at the fun fair? Those of you who have already done the question, let me know what your answer is. Hmm, what's going on in the chat? I do not know what you guys are talking about, okay? I am confused. Okay, but those of you who say 190, can you try again, please? Oh, Helena, you need me to scroll down again, is it? scroll again. Okay. Mei Yuan, I think you gotta try again. Varick gotta try again. I did see a few correct answers though. Okay, I will say what the correct answer is later. But those of you, if I ask you to try again, you can try again, okay? Yes, it's not 190. Yeah. Varick, is that a typo? Okay, Wong's, yes. Yeah, your explanation is correct. Alright, let's go through this. Okay, so I'm going to find out how many men there are at first. Okay, so in the question they said that 1/5 are men. So I will just use 1/5, then I times the 380 people. So this tells me that there's actually 76 men in total. So then I'm gonna calculate the men who left halfway. Men who left. So the question said that 25% of the men left. So 25%, you can write it as a fraction, then you times the men. So that's 76 of them. You calculate this, that should be 19. So you know that 19 men left halfway. Then the last step, how many visitors remain? So you know that there's 380 people at first, right? All you need to do is to minus the 19 men who left halfway. So your final answer is 361 visitors who are remaining. Yen Boon, you got it correct. Yeah, 361 is correct. Oh, uh, just a chill guy. Am I the teacher who do lesson tube? Yes. If you're A grader student, I did film some of the lesson tube last time. Yeah. WL, your message disappear, is it? I think sometimes because TikTok will block your messages if you send too many. They'll think that you are trying to spam or what, then they might block your message. Yeah. Everybody okay with this question? Slate, your message also disappear, is it? Yeah, that's because of TikTok. Okay, yeah. So WL, they block your message, right? That's quite annoying, huh? Hmm. Yeah, I think because if you send too many times, then they will block it. Yeah. All right, let's take a look at our last question, our last problem sum. Okay, so a bakery earned a total of $144 by selling 3 different types of food: bread, cupcakes, and pies. So the number of bread sold was 2/3 the number of cupcakes sold. The number of cupcakes sold was 3/5 the number of pies sold. For part A, they are asking you to write out the ratio of the bread to the cupcakes to the pies. Okay, so let me see your answers in the chat. Okay, Mika, you're not done with the previous question, is it? Let me scroll up for you. So the rest of you who have the worksheet, you can send me the answer for question 10 first. And Mika, can you let me know when you're done copying? You're done already. Okay. Okay, any more answers for part A? Part A is quite simple. Yes, Mika, you're welcome. Okay, yeah, good. So most of you who send in the answer is correct. Okay, good. So let's go through this. So when you see fractions like that, you can draw arrows to allocate the units. So 2 units, I will draw the arrow pointing to the bread. So bread is 2 units, and then 3 units pointed to the cupcake. So I will write down first, bread to cupcake is 2 to 3. You do the same thing for the next sentence. 3 units pointed at the cupcake, 5 units pointed at the pie. So cupcake to pie is 3 to 5. So if you take a look at this ratio that I've written down, you notice that cupcake is the same number. So this ratio is correct. That means that you don't need to times or divide for these two ratios because the numbers are aligned. Okay? For this question, you do not need to draw model. Just use ratio. So based on this, I'm going to write out the ratio bread to cupcakes to pies is 2 to 3 to 5. Okay, and then the just a FYI, the concept that you use for part A is called repeated identity. Okay, so the one that's repeated is the cupcakes. Okay, some of you ask, can draw model for this question? Yes, can. If you want to, you can. Okay, any more questions for part A? Part A quite okay, right? Let's do part B. So for part B, they say that the ratio of the price of each bread to each cupcake to each pie is 3 to 4 to 6. So the price of each bread is 150. How many cupcakes were sold? So what are your answers for this? Oh, Mika, are you okay? You fell down. Oh no, are you okay? WL, you need to see, oh, okay, you need to see the question on top. I see. Frun, you only got 2 correct, is it? Is it okay for P6? If you only got 2 correct out of the 10 questions so far, I think need to practice more, okay? I mean, after all, your PSLE is coming up soon, okay? So, got to practice more. Oh, YZLX. I look like a art teacher from your school. Oh, okay. Anybody have the answer for part B? Answer for part B. Morning moon. I think gotta try again. It's not 2. Some of you did the questions beforehand, right? So, what answers do you guys get? Or you all didn't manage to solve this? Okay, I'll go through this, okay? So in this ratio, you can look at the bread first. So the price of the bread is 150, and they also told you that it is 3 units. So it means that 3 units represents the 150 for the bread. You can write it down first. 3 unit is 150. So this means that 1 unit will be 50 cents. You divide by 3. So now I'm going to find out how much each cupcake and each pie costs. So in the ratio, cupcake is 4 units. So 4 units will be $2. And then you can also find 6 units. 6 units is $3. So that's for the pie. So now you know how much each bread, each cupcake and each pie cost. We are going to use grouping for part B. Okay, so that's the main concept for this question. So now I'm going to find the cost of one group. This is linked to your part A. Okay, so remember that for part A, you have 2 bread in each group. So how much will 2 bread be? That will be 2 times 150. That's 2 bread. And then you add it to the cupcake. So in each group, you have 3 cupcakes. That will be 3 times $2. And then you also add the pie. So in each group, you have 5 pies. That is 5 times $3. You put this whole thing into your calculator, you will get $24. Okay, now, but $24 is only for one group. So for this question, the bakery didn't only earn $24, right? The bakery actually earned $144. So this means that it sold more than one group. You need to find out how many groups there are by dividing. 144 divided by 24. Okay, so you will get exactly 6 groups that is sold. Okay, then your last step, how many cupcakes were sold? The last step. You need to remember in one group how many cupcakes were there just now. So you look at your part A. So just now your part A, there's 3 cupcakes, right, in each group. So now if you have 6 groups, that will be 3 times 6. So that's how you get the final answer, 18. Yes, Yembun, you're correct. Okay, just a chill guide. Is the bracket necessary? No, it's not. It's not a must. If you don't write the bracket, it will still be correct. Yeah. Okay, so some of you ask, is this for PSLE? Because it seems like this question is very difficult. Yes, you will see this kind of standard of questions in the PSLE. Okay, and also grouping is a very commonly tested concept. In your school exams as well, they like to test this concept, grouping. Okay, so anyways, it's exactly 8 o'clock. So I'll see y'all. Okay, see y'all next week. Those of you who haven't had your dinner, go and have your dinner now. Okay, I'll see y'all next week. Bye. Bye bye. See y'all. Thanks for joining today. Bye. Bye bye. Thank you to all of you who joined today. Next week, same time. Yes, next week, 7 o'clock, same time. Bye bye, Mika. I will remember you, okay? Your username. Bye, everybody.